Well, hey guys, it's hard to believe, but hurricane season, it's right around the corner, and I was looking through some of the new products that the National Hurricane Center is going to be using this year. Some of them caught my eye, and today we're going to talk about some ones that I think you may find interesting as well. First up, they're changing the way that they issue their watches and warnings. Not really how they're doing it per se, but really when they're doing it. A major change is going to be the National Hurricane Center's ability to issue tropical storm watches and warnings, as well as hurricane watches and warnings during those intermediate advisories that occur at 2 a.m. and 2 p.m., also 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Currently, the National Hurricane Center is issuing those at 5 a.m. and 5 p.m., and again 6 hours later at either 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. So adding those intermediate advisory times really makes sense if you think about it, because if you have a rapidly strengthening storm, they can go ahead and upgrade things to a warning without having to wait. Next up, sort of minor, but they're going to be extending some of their forecast products out a little bit further. They're extending the tropical storm or the 39 mile per hour wind radii out to 4 and 5 days. This is an extension from the previous 3-day forecast window, and it allows for improved preparedness for communities in the paths of potential storms, and it gives you a broader idea of some of the impacts. Number 3, they're going to start introducing web links in some of the public advisories that come out. So now there'll be web links that have graphical hazard information. The goal is to direct attention to critical storm surge, rainfall hazards, and that also reduces the overload of detailed data in the advisories, and it makes it easier for the public to find that relevant information that is needed. Next up, in an effort to better communicate the wind risk associated with tropical cyclones, the Hurricane Center is introducing an experimental cone graphic. The new version includes depictions of inland tropical storm and hurricane watches and warnings for the continental U.S. to provide a clearer understanding of some of those impacts, not just along the coast, but also inland. Something else, the National Hurricane Center annually updates the size of the Tropical Cyclone Track Forecast Error Cone. For 2024, the cone size for the Atlantic and Eastern North Pacific basins will see adjustments, with a slight increase in size from 60 hours through day 5. So they're widening the cone out a little bit, and that's likely based on some of the data that they're getting, improving the accuracy and the reliability of storm tracking. It may sound like a step backwards, but if you think about it, if you are in that cone, you'll be glad to know at least you need to have a heads up. And if you made it this far in the video, you may be a weather geek like me and you just like tracking these kind of things. I'll be tracking hurricane season all summer, severe thunderstorms. I've been tracking winter storms this winter, and just over 3 months, you guys have really helped me bump up to almost 5,000 subscribers. We're almost there. So if you want to help me out, hit subscribe below. It does help the channel here on YouTube, and I appreciate all of you for subscribing so far. So what does this hurricane season look like? In my opinion, I don't think anybody really knows, but I will tell you, it looks like sea surface temperatures are a little above average. Does that mean a stronger hurricane season? I would argue not necessarily, because the weather patterns really dictate what's going to be happening too. If you have too much wind shear, you're not going to get those thunderstorms developing, and you're not going to get a tropical cyclone. I'll be tracking it all hurricane season. I also track the weather every single day. If you want to see the latest forecast video, it's right here behind my face, where we go through all the latest data and we kind of look at what's going on around the country right now. I will see you over there.